Every time you miss a goal, you are like, okay, I need to push harder, I need to just go into that productivity psychopath mode. I have been there multiple hundreds of times, right? But that desperation for quick success just burns you out. You don't need more pressure, you need a better system. The approach I'm going to share in this video is going to be the most efficient way to handle pressure and failure and build long-term sustainable discipline instead of just punishing yourself. So if you want progress without losing your peace, just full screen this video, mute everything else, and I guarantee you by the end of this video you'll feel clearer, calmer, and you'll make progress faster than ever before. Okay, now let me speak directly to you. What happens when you miss a few habits for a few days, when you miss a few targets? What's going on inside this head? Like, you worthless piece of shit, you couldn't get there, now you have to work twice as hard. You have to pay for your incompetence. That is going on in your mind, right? And that is precisely why you can't be consistent, you can't be productive for a long amount of time, because you are holding yourself to some big standards and you are not at that level right now, but you are expecting so much out of yourself, and then when you couldn't get that, you punish yourself. That motherfucker, now you have to run for 10 kilometers until you break yourself down, you have to do this. What is this? This will not make you into the person that you want to become. You don't need more pressure. Discipline is not a punishment for past failures. Even if you didn't do 100% of what you planned, you did 80%, right? You did 70%. That's still progress. And you always prioritize progress over perfection. You know what's happening? We interact with machines all day, right? You're consuming this video on a machine right now. It's your mobile phone or a laptop, and we are interacting with machines every single day. So we have started to think that we are machines ourselves. We are not just an input output machine, that if I just give so much input, I'll get that much output, and if I don't, I'll just double my input. You don't treat your biological system as a mechanical machine, because machines can work 100% efficiency for like 10 years and then they break down. But if you treat your biology that way, you'll never be efficient. I say this often, your master plan is worthless unless your hands are dirty. But eventually you have to wash your hands, right? You can't just go around with having dirty hands. You'll not be able to eat, you'll not be able to spend time with your family with dirty hands. You need to realize that we did not create machines to become like them. We created them to free ourselves. So don't become, don't try to become a machine. You need to realize this, that in long term, the sustainable, slow, consistent person will always win over the sporadic intensity chaser, that okay, I will do a monk mode period for 100 days and I'll do this, I'll just fill up my time calendar and I'll just outperform everybody. This doesn't build a momentum for years, right? It will practically burn you out if you don't have my discipline architecture in place. You would get better in that monk mode period, but if you are not consistent for the next 10 years after that, would that even matter? It would be better if you just stayed consistent for about like 5-10 years than do so much work. I totally believe in like discipline and pushing yourself hard, but not at the point to like break yourself, not as a punishment. My discomfort architecture is built on this truth, that sustainable systems beat unsustainable ambition every single time. Okay, so the quick action steps I want to leave you with is: one, go watch this video and implement my discomfort architecture in your lives. It's very simple. Just go and watch this video, you will get everything you need to implement my discomfort architecture. Second is being brutally honest with yourself, but never being brutal with yourself. Right? There is a difference. Being brutally honest with yourself means assessing whatever you are doing and then just telling yourself honestly that okay, right now I am moving towards more indulgence, towards pleasures and stuff like that, I'm not working as hard as I can, I'm being lazy. That is brutal honesty. But after that, you don't punish yourself like, okay, now go for a 100-kilometer run, otherwise you're a most worthless piece of shit. Don't do that. Be brutally honest with yourself, but never be brutal with yourself. We all hate tyranny, right? Why should you be a tyrant to yourself? And the third thing is having consistency threshold. Identify minimum viable consistency, that this much should be there. In a week, I should do at least this much work, and this will move me towards my goals. And if I don't do these, I definitely need to push myself a little bit harder. But you should always allow for a little bit amount of breaks. You should go for walks. You should talk with your friends, or watch a movie or something like that. Because in the long term, in the long scheme of things, you need to be consistent. Okay, consistency is way more important than intensity. And these small breaks, going to a walk, talking to a friend, watching a movie, these are all things that will keep you sane. As long as you are sane, you don't lose your sanity over work, you would be in the game. And the point of the game is to keep playing, right? As long as you put in the reps, you are putting in the hours, you're getting better and better. It will take a long time, but it is worthwhile because of that, because it is taking a long time. It's worth the wait. So just keep putting in work, and don't punish yourself if you can't. Try again and again. It's more about consistency than intensity. I hope this video was valuable to you. But if you desperately want to do that monk mode challenge period, like I have a community and we are going to do such a challenge, the Ruthless 100, starting from May, so you can check that out. All right, we'll see you in the next one.